From its East Midlands HQ, Crouch Recovery dispatches their team of drivers.
What kind of lorry is it?
To around 400 call-outs a day.
We've given you a job for VCA carriageway.
Expertly rescuing anything from rolled over trucks to stranded vehicles.
Heavy RTC damage all the way.
And a call has just come in that requires immediate action. Not one, but two 7.5-tonners have dug themselves into a field in the Leicestershire countryside. And now they need help getting out. Because they're both well and truly stuck in the mud. And when you have a sticky situation like this, you need one of the most experienced recovery ops in the business.
Well, it's a little bit odd. Should be a bit of a challenge.
So Simon Litchfield is on his way to see if he can free the troubled trucks.
One of the vehicles got himself stuck and the other one's tried to assist, but has succumbed to the same problem.
Simon is more than cut out for this contest. Having previously served as a mechanic in the British Army, he's used to working on everything from tanks to 4x4s. And with over 15,000 civilian recoveries under his belt, he's a man ready for action.
Once you've got the wrecker there, best thing to do is go and walk the ground so you can actually see what you're up against. You can feel underfoot what the ground's like. Is it going to be firm enough to take the recovery truck?
Simon's riding to the rescue in his 18-ton DAF CF85. This recovery machine measures in at over 7 metres. With a 55-metre-long winch cable that can handle 11 tonnes of truck, it packs more than enough pulling power to take on the 2-laned lorries.
You never quite know what it is you're going to go to. That's where the challenge becomes a little bit fun in a way. It's exercise the old grey cells a little bit.
Now on scene, Simon can investigate the scale of the job.
Yeah, drive.
How are you, mate?
Not too bad. As soon as I pulled up and saw two drivers standing at the end of something that you'd normally take a car down, you get your first instinct of we're in for a bit of fun here.
The first thing he wants to know is what they're carrying.
Right, about how much weight is on the truck over there?
Probably a ton.
About a ton.
Luckily, only one of the lorries is loaded.
Just gives us an idea of how she's going to handle. What I'm thinking probably, because of the access being very, very tight, initially what I'm going to try and do is create, for want of a better term, a daisy chain. It's a technique I've used before in the military where we've had multiple vehicles bogged in or stuck in the same location. You're running the winch cable from the recovery truck down to your first casualty vehicle and then running strops from your first one to your second one. Right, let me get set up and we will see what we can do.
Simon wastes no time in putting his daisy chain plan into action.
At the moment I'm basically just looking to see where I can attach the strops to.
But he must pick his pulling points wisely for the strops that will run between the two marooned monsters.
A lot of these bars are designed to take an impact of a car, but they're designed to take all the force that way. They're not really designed for a pull-on. I'll go in there, hopefully. Should take the strain there and not cause any distortion onto the subframing or bump bar. Right, that's the next stage.
The first lorry got well and truly wedged in the mud after following its sat-nav into this dead end, while the second one, which was sent to try and rescue it, became bogged down too.
Tried to pull him out with one of my ratchet straps, and I got my back wheel stuck because of the weight of his truck. We're just feeling a bit cold and wet, damp at the minute.
Simon's almost rigged and ready.
What I'm doing here is putting a chain around the axle, making sure it's not going to interfere with anything as we're taking up the tension on the cable. So I kept the chain quite short, that way the winch cable will sit quite nicely in the gap that's on just in front of the wheel. That'll give us the stability we need to be able to pull the truck forward.
With his winch cable now attached to the nearest lorry and a strop going from it to the other one, the daisy chain is complete.
Right, guys, good to go now. So if you can stay vehicle up, build the air pressure up, handbrake off, don't try and drive it at all. You can put a little bit of steering on, just gently, and hopefully that should then steer around with it.
It's time to put the tired and hungry drivers back into their cabs, ready for the pull.
Okay.
And Simon's feeling confident his daisy chain idea will deliver the goods.
Quietly hoping and praying that this does what I need it to do.
He starts the winching operation.
Just a case of monitoring how it goes, doing nice short pulls on the vehicles. You can see things going wrong more easily.
But it soon becomes clear that the daisy chain pull isn't going the way Simon wants it to.
Unfortunately, as the back end of this truck's getting pulled across, it's actually just ploughing in, it's not rolling back. So it's trying to drag it sideways too much. It was better to knock that idea on the head and run with an alternative plan.
Plan A has failed.
We're going to have to disconnect you off. It's ploughing up this side too much.
He needs to rethink his strategy and come at this rescue from a different direction.
It's not coming out nicely. You can look at a job and think, we'll do it that way. 5-10 minutes in, it becomes quite apparent that you need to rethink your game plan a little bit. Better to make that call early than keep pushing on with it and risk damaging customers' vehicles.
Coming up, Simon's still stuck in the mud with his 2-truck rescue mission.
Trying to backfill the hole a little bit so it's not going to bury the nose of the truck back into the same hole again.
Mick is using all the tricks of the trade to move a stricken Arctic.
We've got air going in, so hopefully we should not be far off.
And Mary's on scene and ready to start her recovery, but can't find the driver.
We've got a driverless vehicle. He's left a phone number in the window, so I guess give him a call.
Right, let me get set up and we will see what we can do.
In a muddy field in the Leicestershire countryside, recovery op Simon is trying to rescue not one, but 2 7.5-tonners, which are well and truly wedged in the mud.
I'm thinking probably, because of the access being very, very tight, initially what I'm going to try and do is create the daisy chain.
He was hoping to winch both lorries out together in one pull.
It's ploughing up this side too much. She's not coming out nicely.
But with the boggy ground and the weight of 2 trucks tethered together,
I don't want to pile it up too much and start ripping things off.
things haven't gone to plan.
It became obvious that the daisy chain idea wasn't going to be the best format for that recovery. Dropped all the lines off to the second vehicle and just dealt with the first. And what I'll do is disconnect it, pack everything up and then get you out onto the road, then I'll back in and deal with that one separately. So, ready when you are, Drive.
Now Simon is ready to give this tricky rescue another shot. He starts to reel in his winch cable, bringing the first vehicle steadily out of the field.
OK, let roll forward a little bit more. Let roll a bit more.
And this time it's a success,
Handbrake on, please.
as it's reunited with the gravel road once again.
First truck came out beautifully. That was more or less straight line pull, came out nicely. Dragged that back up onto the hard standing so he could get traction on his own, disconnected everything. What we'll do now is quickly get all the kits stowed enough so I can draw the truck down the road.
With lorry number 1 out of the mud, its happy driver can get on his way.
I am relieved, yes. I'm going back home now. So, all good.
Having freed the first lorry, Simon backs his wrecker into position for the next phase of the recovery.
I think the second one's going to be slightly more of a challenge because of the distance in it is. I was just going to try and draw it back initially to pull it out of the holes it's created.
Walking the soft ground, Simon's trying to work out the best angle for his wrecker to winch the flatbed free.
Right, I'm going to try and bring the truck back to about this angle That should give me enough of a straight line to get you out the wheel ruts you in there.
This should avoid it getting stuck in the churned up ground.
So if I try that angle, it's just going to keep ploughing you sideways. I don't want to dig the back end any deeper. So I need to bring the wrecker back so I've got a reasonably straight line pull back.
The rescue attempt will have to be done in stages, with Simon having to reposition his wrecker more than once.
I'm going to have to move forward and repeat the process, but see that we're just going to bury the truck and be here even longer. Give me 2 minutes just while I do this, because like I said, I just need to make sure I get this bit done without risking that.
He re-rigs his winch.
Best gym membership I ever had, this.
Ready for the first pull.
This is just spread the weight evenly across that back bar, rather than pinpointing it on one side. It'll slow a little bit and then hopefully start to come backwards. Second one, with the angles weren't with us, it was going to pose a bit of a challenge. When you're ready, yes, mate. Handbrake off, and we'll give this a whirl.
All rigged up and back at the controls of his wrecker, Simon is ready to start.
Come on, Bobby.
As the lorry begins to move, he now needs the driver to steer.
And if you can, put a little bit of left hand down on.
To ensure it's following the winch cable.
Steer the truck by the back end of yours towards mine.
But just when this rescue seems to be going to plan, eagle-eyed Simon spots a problem.
Just going to grab a shovel and clear some of this debris.
The lorry is heading straight towards one of the field's many muddy holes.
Just close at the moment, just trying to backfill the hole a little bit so as the front end comes past it, it's not going to bury the nose of the truck back into the same hole again.
Now satisfied that the front wheel won't get trapped in the mud,
Give it a go.
Simon tries again. There's real progress as the truck inches towards solid ground.
Okay, handbrake on! Right, I was going to move forward, mate. Give us some more room to pull on. Let's do a couple of short pulls and keep everything controlled and getting going the way you want it to, than trying to do one big winch out where it's got more potential for going wrong or sliding and going against where you want it to go.
With every reposition of his wrecker,
Okay, handbrake off!
the flatbed is getting closer to finally coming out of the mud.
It's coming in slightly thinner topsoil there now though, so I won't dig in as deep. I'll to draw it this way and follow it out. Get a bit left hand down!
It's almost within touching distance of the hard standing.
Okay, straight! Should be able to get you back far enough now as it comes out to get your back wheels all the way onto.
Simon has worked miracles.
Hopefully this driver brings it out now. Can swing the nose round and get it lined up with the track.
Getting not one, but 2 trucks out of the mud within an hour of arriving on scene.
The truck's now lining up with the back of with the winch.
And with the winch now pulling straight on, it's not long before the back wheels are lined up with the gravel track.
The left hand down! Okay, straighten up!
Finally, touchdown, as the 7.5 tonner is winched back onto the road.
Okay, handbrake on! Happy days. Nice you feeling clear, mate. Time to get packed up and we'll get out your way.
We're good and ready to go.
Yeah. We'll leave them both out. It would have been nice if they behaved a little bit better on the initial pull out. If we persevered with it, it would just would have ducked the other truck in more and more and caused us more of an issue. Pull out the way now and let this guy get on his way. Both drivers got out a little bit later than they're expecting to finish, but they'll think twice before going into field again. Next time they'll probably look at it a little bit harder before doing that. All the best, drive. See you later, mate.
Over 120 miles away in Kent, Lantern Recovery Op Mary Newham
another day, another dollar.
Has just been rerouted to another job.
Got the phone call to divert to another one more urgent. Unit and trailer's broken down in an industrial estate, partially blocking it.
And because of its dangerous position, Mary must make this a priority.
We're going to divert off the one we're on, take a bit of a left.
A 44-ton truck has suffered an engine fault and has come to a standstill. It's now partially blocking the busy access road to an industrial estate. And it really couldn't have come to a grinding halt in a worse place.
Trouble with industrial estates, they're busy places, vehicles moving in and out all the time. We can go and see if we can get this one out and moving and out of everyone's way.
If anyone can shift this stranded Arctic, it's Mary. With over 14 years' experience, there isn't a type of truck rescue she hasn't done. And in doing so, she's clocked up almost 1 million miles.
The ETA to this job is important. It's come down as a priority one. There's no time to be hanging around or stopping, and we really don't want any traffic jams. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make the ETA. Pressure's on. Push the ponies.
She's closing in on the target with her trusty steed. The Volvo FH12 Globetrotter XL packs a punch with 540 horsepower, giving it more than enough muscle to take on this broken down Arctic. But while she might be in a hurry,
Come on, it's not Sunday.
Mary won't be taking any unnecessary chances. She knows all too well that heavy recovery is a risky business.
This job's just getting more and more dangerous. I don't know if it's more vehicles on the road or people not paying attention, but went to the funeral of a colleague recently down in Devon. He died out on the roadside. We went down with our trucks to do a convoy as a mark of respect behind the funeral procession.
Every year, between 6 and 8 roadside recovery operators are killed doing their job.
I never tried to let things like this get to me in as much as interfere with my job, because if you do, your own job becomes dangerous.
But despite knowing the dangers, Mary will have to take the risk of working next to live traffic to rescue this lorry.
Just pulling into the mouth of the industrial estate, and there he is. And this is going to cause carnage. It was sort of up close to the lights. It was against the curb, but big vehicles need the swing to get round the junction. So we've got single file traffic trying to get past it, and I'm going to be positioned right up to the junction really to lift him, but it is what it is, so they're just going to have to make do and get round us. Traffic lights are always very busy, and it's quite a tight turn off of those traffic lights. So it was a case of, once we put my vehicle in front of it, we're going to reduce that down even more. Let's go for it and try and get on the front of him before it all kicks off again. Already we got cars want to come in the middle between us. This is just going to be carnage.
Safely parked up in front of the Arctic, Mary can get to work.
All right, let's do this. If I can get out.
But her first problem isn't the heavy traffic or the dangerous position of the 44-tonner. The driver is missing.
We've got a driverless vehicle. He's left a phone number in the window, so I guess give him a call, see where he is. All well and good, except for short-ass Mary can't see up there. Hello?
Without the driver, Mary can't even begin this rescue. But the arrival of the wrecker and his ringing phone has promptly brought him back,
Hello?
hoping for help.
I like that he appeared. I'm like, where is he?
With the driver back on scene,
Get all the equipment we need. Shut the door and get round this car.
Mary can now get on with recovering the unit and trailer.
Well, I'm thinking this car could have parked more appropriately, because my arse is big and it hasn't left me much room.
As she gets to work, the driver offers up some important info.
Only the unit, yeah?
No,
Only the unit.
just the unit.
Yes.
So we're pulling it, are the legs down and that?
No. We'll do it now.
If you want to get legs down and pull the pin, so we're just taking the unit, not the unit and the trailer, which was originally what we were told, so that makes it a little bit easier, so now we haven't got to worry about the trailer.
Mary quickly gets to it, extending the underlift into position to prepare the unit for towing.
Just booming out under there onto the axle so I can do a pre-lift. I need to gain height on the unit because I actually placed forks into my T-head, which we wouldn't fit under the axle without the pre-lift and getting a bit of height.
Lifting forks attached, Mary can line them up with the axle and chain them together ready for towing.
Always happier once I've got the chains on. I know I've got hold of it then.
She's then ready to disconnect the unit from the trailer.
Just watch when you release the red one, it might kick a bit.
Okay.
She'll buck a bit, possibly. Oh, she didn't. All the cables are out.
Hold on.
Retracting the underlift, Mary will be able to pull the cab forward, separating it from its load.
Just watching now. Trailers can do a nosedive depending how they're loaded, or if the ground's not secure under them. So you just watch to see if there's any movement when you're pulling a unit out from under them. Check they're not going to do a nosedive.
While Mary's been prepping the lorry, the access road to the industrial estate has started to back up. Next, she needs to go into the live traffic to finish off the recovery.
I'm going to pull out the half shaft.
And as the traffic continues to build, this is when Mary knows she's at her most vulnerable.
You get put in these situations where you know you need to move quickly because it actually is blocking something. You've got the added issue that now the traffic's behaving in a not normal manner because there's something blocking the road and that you're not going to get knocked over or injured yourself.
Coming up, Mary's trapped roadside, watching her back whilst wrestling with a stubborn half shaft.
So these ones are free, but they're actually rusted on. Come on, you little beggars.
And Mick is feeling the pressure as he tries to air up an Arctic to release its brakes.
So going off that tank has not put the air in it that I wanted.
I'm just pulling into the mouth of the industrial estate, and there he is. And this is going to cause carnage.
In Kent, Recovery Op Mary is trying to recover a broken down Arctic.
Getting all the kit out and in place so that once I lift it, it's all there ready to rumble.
The tractor unit has suffered an engine failure, breaking down in a really dangerous position, and now it's blocking the road.
As soon as you start trying to load it, it suddenly turns into rush hour and everyone wants to get in and out.
Having already chained it securely to her underlift,
Always happier once I've got the chains on. I know I've got hold of it then.
Mary's ready to take on the next steps of this recovery.
I'm going to pull out the half shaft.
But to do this, she'll have to work in the road as traffic squeezes past.
We're now working on the offside. With the half shafts, you have to go to the opposite side of the diff actuator, which is different on each make of truck.
This is the most hazardous part of the whole recovery.
Here, because we're on an industrial estate, you have still got to keep your wits about you because you're on the offside of the vehicle. A lot of heavy moving traffic moving around like directly behind me, and they're starting to queue up in both directions now, so just got to put a bit of a wiggle on now and get out of here so the traffic can start moving freely, and I haven't got great big units and trailers just creeping past right behind my back.
Despite the risk, Mary focuses on the job in hand. The half shaft needs removing before the unit is towed. Otherwise, the gearbox could suffer irreparable damage.
Half shafts are generally for the purpose of speed. Half shafts are usually the better option for us. because the prop shafts have all the road film and everything blowing up, and they tend to be torqued a lot tighter, and they are hard work to get off.
While she works roadside to remove it, there's nothing to protect her from the continuous flow of heavy traffic.
You've just got a large vehicle trying to manoeuvre through. You've just got to be eyes for him as well. He's got a big vehicle to manoeuvre through the gap.
And Mary knows she can't leave her safety just to the drivers alone.
Sometimes it's not always fair to put the onus totally on the other drivers. You've got to take responsibility yourself for where you've put yourself. You've got to combine with really ramping up your speed and getting moved quickly, but you're kind of watching and having eyes in the back of your head that where the traffic is and how it's moving, and that you're not going to get knocked over or injured yourself.
But her speedy exit from this side of the truck
Right.
could be delayed,
So we need draw bolts.
as she's hit a problem with the system that secures the half shaft.
These have got a different setup than a normal half shaft.
To release it, Mary will have to undo the draw bolts, or collets as they're sometimes called.
Any other make of vehicle, and this is a 2-second job.
It's a combination of a washer and nut used to fix the half shaft in place.
They've got these collets and they fit in over the bolt before you put the nut on, and they basically squeeze in, and then a little bit of road film or rust, and they're just hell's own to get out.
Mary has no choice but to remain exposed to the passing traffic as she wrestles with the bolts.
You can sometimes sit there beating the hell out of them trying to get them out. It's like these ones are free, but they're actually rusted onto the... Come on, you little beggars.
But she's not one to be defeated.
Come on.
And decides she needs a little extra help to get the job done.
Needs some persuasion. It's completely free now, nothing's stopping it coming off, and it still doesn't want to come off. That was the only bit that held us up, and you're trying to swing a sledgehammer at it. With cars going past, you're trying to get your swing between not twatting a car as it goes past. Thank you. Why was that so hard?
With the half shaft finally free, Mary can air up the tractor unit so it's ready for towing.
We put air into them to keep the service brake, the handbrake released. If the air drops on them, then if the brakes come on, we come to a stop. Another recovery truck heading its way in there. They're not made it easy for me, have they?
And then her final job, before she can clear the scene, is to fix the light board on. Having connected up the electrics, and check there's power,
This is working.
Mary can get on her way.
You're okay now then, yeah?
Yes, I'm good.
Lovely. Thank you very much. See you next time. Let's get ready to rumble.
And take the unit back to its depot for repairs.
Let's go. As recovery operators, we're trained to get in there and get these vehicles out and get them out quickly. And it went really well. Thank you, sir.
But there's no time for Mary to reflect on another rescue safely done and dusted.
As soon as I clear on this one, I've got another one to go to. We're busy today.
90 miles away in Northamptonshire, Crouch newbie Mick is on his way to an urgent Priority 1 call-out.
So we're just on our way to a job now where there is a loaded unit and trailer that's broke down on a live lane on the A45 near Wellingborough.
The stranded 44-ton Arctic is stuck on the side of the busy dual carriageway, blocking one lane on this vital artery of the road network. It's already causing significant delays, and it won't be going anywhere until Mick recovers it.
We're trying to make our way there as quick as possible. Hopefully the traffic's not too bad on the approach and we can get to it fairly easy.
With the late afternoon rush hour building, he can't afford to hang around.
Pick it up, get it moved and get the road open as quick as possible.
This Arctic will be in safe hands, as Mick's been a mechanic since he left school. And while he may be the new kid on the block at Crouch, he's worked as a recovery op for more than 7 years, rescuing over 5,000 trucks.
So the job of recently come back into the recovery industry. I've been out of it for a few years, but missed it. The itch was still there. Yeah, I decided to come back, and yeah, so far enjoy it. Every day's different.
And that's where his 20-ton Volvo Pioneer comes into its own. This versatile motor is the Swiss Army knife of heavy recovery. It's everything you need in a reliable wrecker. And with a towing capability of 50 tons, it's more than ready to take on this marooned Arctic.
You come to work, you never know what you're going to go to. No two jobs are the same. It can be absolutely anything.
Even though Mick has just returned to the industry, he hasn't lost any of his roadside rescue intuition.
Just thinking about the vehicle, what forks to get out the locker, how you're going to pick it up, where the air point is, so you can make it as easy and as quick as possible. We're just getting on the A45 now, so it won't be too far.
But he might have to wait a little bit longer to put his plan into action, as he's hit a tailback.
The traffic is already standing still, so I don't know how far along our casualty vehicle is, but obviously we've got to sit with everybody else and crawl to the scene.
Even though Mick is coming to the rescue of the lorry that's causing all this motoring mayhem, he can't do anything except wait in line.
We don't have any special blue lights that we can put on to get through the traffic, so we've just got to be patient. There was a good sort of 2 or 3 miles of solid traffic. We had to queue up and sort of work our way through. Get into this lane. It's a 50-50 chance which lane he's going to be in, but I'll go for the inside lane, so see what happens.
His educated guess of which lane to stay in has paid off. Ahead, he spots the troubled truck, bathed in flashing lights.
We've got police there and possibly highways, so a little bit more pressure, but that's the joys of the job.
Now on scene, Mick can get straight to work removing the lorry so the traffic can flow freely once again.
Right, let's go. Once we've backed up to the vehicle, it turned out that it was going to be a pretty straightforward recovery, lift and shift as we normally call them. So I'm just getting the underlift down on the floor, and then I shall just back up a little bit now, get it to the front of the lorry to be able to pick it up.
To try and keep out of the traffic's way as much as possible.
Just reverse back.
The casualty vehicle's near side wheels have been parked on the soft verge,
which created a little bit of an issue because of where the driver had pulled off, even though there wasn't a hard shoulder. So it just means that he was a lot closer to the verge.
Mick needs to make the ground more stable before attempting to put down his coach stands.
I had to timber up the wheel stands to make it a little bit more solid. Pre-lift, drop it on the stands, get the forks.
With the lifting forks attached to the underlift, Mick then lines them up with the front axle. And once he's checked everything's safely in place, he'll secure the unit ready for towing.
Pick it up on the axle, chain it on. That's it. And then pretty much that's it for the tractor unit. At least it stopped raining. I've just put some electrics from our lorry to the trailer, so that'll give us lights. So just identifying where the air ports are. Trailers rely on an air supply to keep the brakes off. We always put air to them. There's various air ports here. The yellow line is for the brakes, with it being fully loaded. It'll give us brakes. As a normal lift and shift recovery, everything was going well. We've got the tractor unit picked up, secured the chain on the underlift. Not too bad, we're getting there. We've got electrics to the trailer, so everything was going quite well up until that point.
But roadside recovery can be a cruel mistress, as often the most straightforward of jobs have a nasty habit of biting back.
It won't release the brake.
If Mick can't air up the brakes.
Not enough in it, so it will start to put the brakes in. But normally they're easy and obvious to get to.
He simply won't be able to shift this Arctic. And to make matters worse,
I'm just trying to find an airport because I can't get any air into it at the minute.
he's having a real problem trying to locate the correct coupling to attach his airline,
I'm just trying to identify the place.
which would allow him to run air from his wrecker to the truck's brakes.
Not put the air in it that I wanted.
Everything else was done. We were ready to drive off and open the road. But I just couldn't find this airport.
Coming up, Mick is still puzzled, playing hide and seek with the missing airport.
Normally they're under the front. There's one here sometimes on the foot brake valve, but this one, I can't find it.
On the side of the A45 in Northamptonshire, recovery op Mick is responding to an urgent Priority 1 rescue.
We've got police there and possibly highways, so a little bit more pressure, but that's the joys of the job.
The Arctic couldn't have broken down in a more hazardous location.
We're on the dual carriageway where we've got one closed lane and one live lane. So you've got people that are in a rush to get home, not always paying attention, and they just want to get by the scene as quick as possible.
All Mick can do is quickly and safely tow the unit and trailer away for repairs, which will allow the road to fully reopen again.
Obviously the traffic's building up, you've got the police there on scene as well, so that was adding a lot of pressure to the job.
But having securely chained the tractor unit to his underlift,
Good to go.
Pretty much there, just got to try and get some air into the unit and then we should be good to go.
he's now hit a major problem with the next stage of this urgent roadside recovery.
It won't release the brakes, there's not enough in it, so it will start to put the brakes in.
Mick needs to get air into the unit so its brakes can be operated and released.
I'm just trying to find an airport because I can't get any air into it at the minute.
And without being able to attach an airline from his wrecker into the stricken unit,
For fuck's sake.
Mick's as stuck as the truck he's trying to rescue.
Everything else was done. We were ready to drive off and open the road, but I just couldn't find this airport.
The normal place that I'd normally plug in, it's slightly different on this one.
Sometimes the actual airport is in a different place. Where I thought it was, I looked for it, couldn't find it.
As an alternative fix, Mick hooks up his airline to the air tanks on the rear of the unit
We'll connect into there.
to see if he can get air into the lorry from this intake.
We've got air going in, so hopefully we should not be far off.
But any optimism that he might have found a solution to this problem is short-lived.
So going off that tank has not put the air in it that I wanted.
And this unscheduled delay to his departure is putting Mick at further risk of having to work next to the live lane.
With the lane closed, it's a lot better than some places we can be in.
While we're recovering the vehicle, obviously we've got safety in mind.
Normally they're easy and obvious to get to, either under the front, there's one here sometimes on the foot brake valve, but this one, I can't find it.
It's unavoidable. Sometimes you've got lorries and cars passing you at only sort of sometimes a few inches or, you know, a couple of feet away. So you can do with eyes in the back of your head.
Mick has no choice but to continue working next to the passing traffic, as he needs to urgently find the airport, because he knows this rescue can't go anywhere until he does.
When we do hit a problem, then we've got to stay calm.
For fuck's sake. Hey, you got the key, driver? Yeah. Just want to check the air, thank you.
Because otherwise that's when accidents start to happen. We hit problems, we hit snags, but yeah, keeping calm is key to make sure that the job gets done safely and we'll go home at the end of the day.
Whatever Mick tries, he's drawing a blank.
I'm just trying to find an airport, trying to identify the place. So you can put some air into it.
Trying to find the airport for the vehicle, it puts you under a bit of stress because you're there as a professional recovery operator to do your job. So people are looking at you to get the road open as quick as possible.
By methodically and carefully retracing his steps again. And checking all the usual places.
We've identified the airport.
Mick has a eureka moment.
Hopefully that's it. It's actually buried behind this electrical cable, so I couldn't physically see it.
Right, let's see what that does.
Grabbed hold of the cable because that's where I thought the airport should be, and it moved, so I pulled the cable and the plug out, and then, yeah, that's where the airport was.
After searching high and low, it's where he thought it was all along, but hidden from view.
Right, nearly there and we're good to go. All right. Yeah, hopefully.
And now he's located the airport, this rescue can move up a gear.
You know when you're ready to start moving,
Yeah.
start taking the door.
All right, mate, okay, no problems.
A relieved Mick can carry out his final checks.
Yeah, get in there. Just, we'll get off.
And get ready to leave the scene with the unit and trailer in tow.
Longer than I wanted to, a few issues getting air into it and getting the brakes and that off, but apart from that, yeah, not too bad. So we'll get off and get out of everybody's way.
But not before ensuring the light board is working.
Jet lights and indicators and that's it, so yeah.
Before finding out another surprise about this job.
See you later, mate.
He really wasn't expecting.
What I hadn't looked at is further down the job description, looked at where the final destination was going to be and found that it was Newport, South Wales. So, yeah, we've got a long drive ahead of us, but that's all part and parcel of the job.
Next time. Mary must save a teetering slide bed with a transit on top before it topples catastrophically into the M25.
I don't think I'll get under there with this. I'll try it.
You ready then?
It's a tractor versus trash truck tug of war.
It's a bit more stuck than we thought.
As Jamie experiments with a new bit of kit.
What they're trying to use, a trainer and a flip-flop trying to get it out. Different, isn't it?
And Kevin's nearly blown to bits on the M6.
Look all right, but just keep an eye on that traffic. You can feel the wind from the vehicles as they're passing you.